Well, today is finally the day we get to take this journey to get repaired. So let's talk about it. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And as I mentioned, we are excited because after over a month, we are finally gonna drive the Dodge Journey to get repaired. So it is unhappy because it's telling me to service the park assist system. That is why you're hearing that noise. My seatbelt is on. So the last time I left you, we were waiting to find out what the estimate was going to be to repair it. I will reveal that final amount once the car is finally done. So this video is currently being made as the car is heading to the collision shop. By the time you are done watching the video, the car should be done being repaired. So we are on our way to the collision shop. It is about a mile away from my house. So thankfully, not too far of a drive for me to have to drive it with all kinds of pieces missing off the back of it. But we will go and get what we need done on the car, get it repaired, and have it back in my hands, ready to detail and be ready for the next renter. Now, they did send me an updated estimate. I will give you a hint. It is very large. Not to the point that the car is totaled, but it is still pretty bad. We submitted that supplement into Turo to let them know that the estimates were greater than what was originally anticipated. And so they have already sent supplementary payment, and we are on our way to get the car repaired, and we already have the funds to pay for it. To say it's a long and exhaustive process to deal with a car that has been crashed and getting time into the shop and getting it fixed is an understatement. It is a headache. Now, why did it take this long? Why did it take us over a month? It's primarily the collision shop. And it's not any fault of their own. They obviously have a lot going on. And so we are kind of at their mercy as far as getting the car in and getting it repaired. So that's kind of where we were at. We had to wait for an opening as far as the time slot is concerned, and we finally have it. And now we are almost at the collision shop. We got another light to pass through, and we will be there. All right, there she is, ready to drop her off. Next time you see her, she will hopefully be fully repaired and ready to get back on the road. All right, and here she is, fully repaired and done. It looks absolutely beautiful. Really, really nice job that they did on the car. Taillights are repaired. We replaced the lettering over here. The quarter panel dent that was right here has since been repaired. And then if you look into the trunk, this whole pan was all pushed in. That is all back to normal. So it looks really good. There looks like there is a little bit of paint or something that's on the outside right here, but those are some things you can come to expect when it comes to, you know, going to the body shop and getting body repair. The trunk obviously did not have any sort of damage other than the tail light that was cracked right here, and then the lettering, so that's all been replaced. And like I mentioned, this whole tail light needed to be repaired as well and completely replaced. Now, some things that did happen with the car that we ended up taking care of was there was some overspray on the windows. I've never been to a body shop that didn't have some sort of overspray on the windows. I mean, you can cover the car up as much as you possibly can. You're inevitably going to get that kind of stuff. So we just took a little bit of steel wool and hit the windows real good. So that looks really good. There is also some swirl marking on the bumper. And what we're going to do is we're going to wait the 30 days, you know, post paint, and we'll actually be able to take some swirl mark removal, and we will run along the bottom part of the bumper to get all the rest of that stuff out. But overall, that is the final state of the car before it gets ready to go back out on the road on its next rental. It is looking really good underneath. Spare tire cover has been repaired. The rest of the trailer hitch has been taken out, and the frame has been repaired also. So really, really nice job. Super happy with it. Okay, so now we have finally finished and repaired and detailed our 2020 Dodge Journey, and it is ready to go back on the road. So as far as timeline is concerned, the accident happened on November the 11th. It was put out of commission as of the end of that rental, which was November the 14th. And we were not able to get into the collision shop until December the 19th. So it took us over a month to get into the collision shop. And part of that had to do with ordering parts, making sure that the technicians were actually available. I wouldn't really set, high expectations for collision shops and making sure that they're available right away to work on cars. Typically, most times I've gone to a collision shop in the past, there's usually some sort of a delay because there are other vehicles that have been in accidents that they're working on. So December 19th was when it went into the collision shop, and it stayed there and was fully repaired and ready to be picked up by January the 16th. So we picked it up on that Monday and brought the car back home and cleaned the entire interior, had it relisted, and it has been ready for pickup since Wednesday. It is actually going out on its first rental the Sunday after I have picked it up. So if you're watching this video, January the 22nd was when it would be picked up. Now, cost. How much did everything cost to repair? Now, there were some things that I did in order to save time as far as the repair was concerned, because it was difficult to see any damage underneath the bumper cover. So I'll post a picture on the screen of the bumper completely bashed in, and you really could not see underneath it. So if I would have driven the car to the collision shop as it was, they would have had to remove all of the parts, then identify damaged parts that they didn't know they needed to order, and then request a supplement. Since I knew how to take this car apart, I had decided to rip off the whole bumper cover and the bumper absorber to expose everything underneath to allow them to order the parts that they needed. It only required an additional $57 worth of parts and labor after I drove the car back, because they already knew everything that they needed to order. Oftentimes, when you're taking a car to a collision shop, they don't know everything that they need to order right away. So there will be a secondary supplement request to your insurance company or to you if you are paying for the job for additional parts that they're looking to get. So that helped out tremendously as far as the collision shop being able to get the car in, get the repairs done as quickly as possible. The biggest thing that took time was the paint. And that was more so due to time than anything. The technician was running behind. So those are just some of the things that you learn to live with. Now, I have the invoice in front of me, and we're going to look at the breakdown as far as how much everything was for everything. Parts, labor, everything. So parts total was $3,973.79. Body labor was $1,405. Paint labor was $595. Mechanical labor was $120. Frame labor, there was a part of the frame that needed to be repaired, was $104, and paint supplies was $357. Tackle on any miscellaneous fees, taxes, you come out to a grand total of $7,026.26 for that entire repair. Definitely not what I had expected as far as the cost. When they first talked to me about it, they said it was going to be around $3,000 was where they were at a preliminary estimate, but they hadn't been able to look at everything to fully determine how much all the parts were going to cost and how much the labor was going to be altogether. But overall, I am very happy with the job. It looks good as new. It looks ready to hit the road. We just went through and did a full detail of it again. We never detailed it after it came back from its initial rental because we knew it was going to be out of commission for a while. So we went through, cleaned everything again. Mind you, the video that I created where the car had been smoked in and it was pretty trashed was just before that next renter picked the car up and got into the car accident. Based on the way the car looked on the inside, I have my suspicions on how this accident happened. I mean, technically the renter was not at fault in this accident, but based on how the car was, it was pretty trashed yet again. And it was a very short rental. It was not very long. It was about 5 days. And the car looked like it had been rented for 2 weeks. So we went through, cleaned the whole thing out. It's possible maybe somebody hit the brakes hard and then the person behind them didn't have opportunity to react. Maybe somebody in this car was distracted. Maybe somebody in the car behind them was distracted. It's not worth speculating at this point, but I do have to say this car was pretty trashed to the point that it needed a full detail yet again. only after one rental since I had done the full detail. So what do you think about this process? Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you thought, and consider subscribing if you like this content and you'd like to see more of this kind of action and kind of what goes on in the day-to-day of the business. Would love to share it with all of you. And please give this video a like if you enjoyed this content as well. I am excited to get this car back out on the road. I hope that I will never have to deal with another accident, at least for a while. That is something you can expect with cars, is cars will get into car accidents. But I'm going to be hoping and praying that that doesn't happen again for quite a while, especially after the massive bill that was sent for this one. But big shout out to Turo for helping with the supplements and getting me paid quickly. And shout out to San Jose Collision, who did a fantastic job repairing this car and getting it to being good as new. Very communicative people and very good people. So that is going to do it for today. Thank you so much for watching. And if you are looking for a car in Jacksonville, visit AtchooRentals.com. We have everything from small compact cars to large minivans. And we're back to our 7-passenger compact SUV. Have a great day, everybody, and thanks for watching.